Hello, DeWitt Road learners. I've been trying to record this video for some time now, but it keeps on deleting when I'm trying to stop it. So I'm feeling a little bit frustrated. But I hope you're having a fantastic day. It was beautiful outside today. It still is beautiful, so please try to get outside. Today is Monday, April 6th, 2020. Tomorrow, as a reminder, is the DeWitt Road device pickup, and for 5th grade, our time slot is 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. If your family decided that they would like to pick up your Chromebook from school, you're allowed to do that tomorrow. I will be there, so maybe I'll see some of you from your car. We're going to be socially distant, so we will make sure that we're being responsible and safe with how we're interacting, but I'll be there helping to hand out your Chromebooks if that's something your family decided that they wanted to get. So that's tomorrow. It's just another way for you to have access to learning materials at home and make sure that if you have your Chromebooks at home, you're being responsible and safe and you're showing care with those devices just as you would at school. So that's tomorrow. Maybe I'll see some of you. Our question for the day is, if you were stranded on a deserted island, what is one thing you would like to take with you? Well, if I was stranded on a deserted island, I would be very much out of luck because I am not very handy, not very outdoorsy. I was never a Girl Scout or Boy Scout, never really went camping. So I would have to bring a miracle with me or some sort of communication device to get someone to come and help me because there's no way I would survive on my own. So if you were stranded on a deserted island, what is one thing you would take with you? So based on my answer, you should not want to take Miss G with you. I would not be very helpful. I could teach you, but I would not be very helpful. So if you were stranded on a deserted island, what is one thing you would take with you? Talk about it or write about it. I also have a math research project that you could do. So I'm going to read it to you first, and then once I'm done reading it and explaining it, I'm going to hold it up so you could pause the video and see the directions if you want to do this project. It's super cool. Research, so this is your first step. Research the record for the fastest car speed that has ever been recorded. It's your first step, okay? Car speeds are usually measured in miles per hour. So that would be the label on the speed that you'll probably find. So you're going to be using the internet for this, so make sure you're being safe, and if you need to have an adult with you, have an adult with you. Okay, so first, research the record for the fastest car speed that has ever been recorded. Then, multiply that car's fastest speed per hour by 8 hours. So say you found that the fastest car went 120 miles per hour, you would multiply 120 times 8 hours, and that would tell you how many miles it traveled in those 8 hours. Okay? So if it goes 120 miles per hour, you multiply it by 8 to see how far it went in 8 hours, okay? Research the fastest speed, multiply the fastest speed by 8, then research 4 places in the United States that you could travel to in that car going that fast, starting from DeWitt Road School. So starting from our school, you can travel for 8 hours, or that total amount of miles that you found when you multiplied the speed times the hours, you can travel that in one trip. So what are 4 places in the United States that you could go in that amount of time going that speed? So if you want to go to Alaska, but the car's not traveling fast enough to get there in 8 hours, you can't go to Alaska. Okay? And then share with me what you did. So here are the directions. You don't need the last paragraph, but here are the directions. Please share with me the speeds you found, the amount of miles you could travel in 8 hours, and where you found that you could go. So you could also do it starting from your house, but I think it would be cool if we all did it starting from DeWitt Road School. So that's 722 DeWitt Road. So you can use Google Maps for that, which would be really cool, or you could get out a map if your parents have one at home. So that's your math research project. Try to give it a go and let me know how it goes. Our mindful strategy today is called the big picture, and I really like this one for a few reasons. So it says, we imagine what it would be like to guess what something is by touching only one part of it with our eyes closed. And we learn that what we believe depends on the information that we have. And that's why it's very important that before we make decisions and before we believe something, we try to get as much information as we can. So this is how you start the game. Look at this picture of an elephant. That's one of the reasons that I like it, because elephants are my favorite animal. Okay, I'm going to read you the directions. What if you were asked to touch one part of the elephant with your eyes closed and guess what you were touching, would you be able to guess correctly? Here's the elephant drawing. Look at how. Now imagine if you were each of these different people. They're all touching different parts of the elephant. They all have their eyes closed. Would they each be able to guess what it is? If you touched only the elephant's trunk, what would you think it was? The elephant's trunk is long and round like a snake or a hose. If you touched just the animal's leg, what would you think it was? The elephant's leg is big and round. You could think it was a tree trunk. If you touched just the elephant's tusk, what would you think it was? So based on, with our eyes closed, the information that we're getting, when we make a decision, it might not necessarily be the right one. If we only have a little bit of the information, or if we're only looking at a little bit of the picture, we might not understand what the whole thing is. So you could also practice this skill to really see how it works with someone. So if you have someone with you, you can close your eyes and you can have them give you an object or hold out an object for you to only touch part of it and see if you can guess what it is using just that little bit of information and just that one sense. So yeah, I thought this was a cool one. This one could be a really fun one to do. All right, and we will finish with our story cubes. Ooh. Oh, it's a bridge. It looks kind of funky upside down. I couldn't tell what it was. When I hold my fingers up to the camera to show these, you're going to notice that I definitely have some colors on my hands. You might be able to tell by my shirt. In some of my quarantine activities, I have taken up tie-dyeing because I found a tie-dyeing kit. So I've been doing it. If you ever tie-dyed before, it's super fun, but it can be kind of messy. So maybe you can give it a go during your quarantine time. I have a bridge and an alien head. So do a one-sentence story tell where each person in the group tells the next line of the story all the way around until it's finished, starting with a bridge over a stream or a river or some sort of aliens. Or you can write a story about one of these things, or both. Or you could write a nonfiction piece about this, like research the largest bridges in the United States, or research the way that you learn how to draw an alien head, or research if aliens are real or not. So those are your options. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'm sure I'll see some of you tomorrow from a safe, responsible distance, but I'm very excited just for that because I miss you all very dearly. So have a fantastic night, and until next time, it's Miss G. See you soon.